video from a guy here working on the posture awareness, meditation, posture of Tadasana, all right, standing pose. So let's go ahead and bring in a conscious breath. Now, for now, I'm going to have you focus on the center line, which is the green hand squeeze, okay? But within this first part of the practice, you're going to be looking down some at your feet. Okay, we're going to have you readjust your feet. Okay. So we want to shift from keeping the center line of focus of that to bringing it back to your feet. Okay? From here and back to here. So what we want to do first is we want to walk our feet up to the top of the mat, and we want to put our toes together, our big toes almost touching, and we want a little space between your heels. So you see how my toes are almost touching, but there's a little space between my heels, so that's good. Now if you can let the big toes touch right there, that's good, and maybe a little more space in your heels, right there. How does that feel? How does that feel on your hips? Does that feel okay? Yeah. All right. Now, if you can, think about splaying your toes out. Yeah, and then laying them down on the mat. Okay? And bring some intention into your big toes, your middle toes, your side toes. Also think about, let's go ahead and just shift our weight more to the balls of the feet. Right? So we want about 75% of our weight on the balls of our feet and maybe 25% on our heels. Okay? So there's still weight on your heels. But most of the weight is on the ball of the foot. Looks good. Okay? Now keeping focus on the breath. Full rhythmic breathing. Really think about pushing into the mat with your toes, the ball of your foot, and equally balanced with the heels. Okay? Now go ahead and start thinking about that center line of energy, the crown of your head, pulling you up and taller with each inhalation. That's amazing, man. I'll see your alignment coming in more straight just with that awareness. That line of energy, that string, the crown of your head pulling you taller with each inhalation, taller and straighter. Okay? And then for now, as we stay in conscious awareness of our breath, the balance between the ball of the foot and the heel, and that string pulling you taller, let's bring some awareness into the muscles of the upper middle back, the rhomboids. Pull your shoulders back naturally. Relax. And then just open up the palms facing forward. Open them up. That's great. Now remember, as you open those palms up facing forward, you roll those shoulders back and engage those muscles of the upper middle back. That's going to help you to really open up the chest. Feel yourself pulling nice and straight. Now we're going to work on that alignment of the neck by, as we will keep the chin parallel with the floor while slight chin tuck as we lift from the back of the head and neck. That's great. That looks really good, Adam. Okay, now with that little adjustment, pushing the chin back and lifting the back of the head, let's hold that as we think about that string, the center line of your crown, pulling you taller. Pulling you taller. And you look great. Bring your awareness to the rhomboids, pulling the shoulders back. Now we're looking nice and straight here. Remember, staying balanced on the ball of the foot, between the ball and the heel, equal balance between all pads of the foot and the toes. Now let's engage the lower abs here. Doesn't have to be tight, the lower abdominal engagement. keeping that back straight. Now engage the muscles of the glute. Gentle engagement of the glutes, butt. Intention in your lower back, but engagement of the lower abdominals. Keeping focused on the breath the whole time. Feel that string pulling you taller. As it pulls you taller, let it loosen the muscles of the throat. Let it engage the muscles of the upper rear neck. Check in with that slight chin tuck as you lift the back of the head taller and more straight. And think about that line of energy going through your crown, pulling you taller, but also going through your head, past your ears, in alignment with your shoulder, in alignment with your back, in alignment with your hips. And that's part of why we have those lower abdominals engaged, so there's not too much of a back arch. In the practice of keeping your palms out forward helps to engage the muscles of your upper middle back, specifically your rhomboids, pulling your scapular muscles together, opening your chest, giving a natural lift to your shoulders. And now check in with the string pulling you taller, holding that chin tuck very well, keeping the chest open, the rhomboids engaged, center line of energy flowing through your body, little pelvic tilt, engagement of the glute muscles. Now let's engage the muscles of the quadricep, the big muscles of your leg. They're not flexed, but there's tension, they're strong. The legs are not locked, the legs are straight, but not locked, so there's a flow of energy flowing through your body. Looks really good. Now keeping the upper middle back engaged, I want you to slowly rotate the palms facing in towards the hips, all the while keeping this engagement of your upper middle back. Now bring intention through the arm and through the fingertips. Allow your fingertips and your thumbs to stretch outwards and point the energy of your fingers down towards the earth. Okay? So they're stretching downward while your shoulders are pulling back and upwards. Looking great. Now check in with that center line of energy, pulling you taller, always pulling you taller, as you keep a little chin tuck lifting from the back of your neck and head. Push back just a little. Right about there. Are we still looking at the green pad here? That's great. Now staying with the breath. Hold that. Remember the statue? Try to shift your focus on that far statue. Okay? Stay focused on that. Now your posture looks great. I want you to hold that, and I want you to bring your awareness to as much of the breath as possible. And if you're doing this at home, you're always going to have a place picked on the wall. Go outside, maybe pick a tree off in the far distance. Maybe if you're out at the park, you've got your focus set on something, there's things moving around you, like that's good. Because you stay focused on whatever that focal point is, whatever you choose it to be, that's your exercise of focus. And this whole practice of Tadasana is just that. It's an exercise of focus. So you've got your visual point of focus, keeping focus on the breath. Make sure they're full inhalations, full exhalations. Just focus on that center line of energy, that string pulling you taller. Just focus on the muscles of the back of the neck, pulling your head back. Do a chin tuck, let's readjust. Adjust with me, there you go. A little bit taller. Stay with it. Stay with that string. It's amazing. Pulling you tall, okay? Let's focus on the string, the engagement of the upper rear part of the neck, engagement of the upper middle back, pulling the shoulders back, okay? There's awareness of that energy line going through your crown, to your neck, to your spine. There's awareness of the lower abdominals, awareness of the glute engagement, awareness of the quadricep muscles, awareness of the fingertips stretching out and pointing down towards the earth, awareness of the weight being balanced across the balls of the foot and the toes. This is a balancing exercise. This is a focus exercise. This is breath. This is a moving meditation. The more you focus on everything that's going on in your body, I want there to be a body scan from the top, the crown, the neck, the chin tuck, the upper middle back, the energy line flowing through your body, the lower abdominal engagement, the glutes, the fingertips, the quadricep muscles, and the balance. This is an amazing balancing exercise. You know, we've got that balance. Where is it? Is it in the balls of our foot? Is it mostly there? Is it mostly in the toes? Is it just a little bit on the heels? That's great. How's that lower abdominal engagement? Keep that intention for the lower abs. That's going to help to support your whole upper body. The way your spine sits into your hip girdle is supported to those muscles of the glutes, which are engaged, those lower abdominal muscles, which are also engaged. Stay with the breath. Engage these muscles. There we go. That's about the most straight I've seen your back. This is awesome. And this is in itself is an exercise in strengthening these muscles right here. And to open up that chest. If your chest is tight and these muscles of your back are lax, it's going to pull you forward. So open up that chest. Stay focused on the breath. This is your practice. That center line, pull you taller. There you go, I see it, man. Posture looks amazing. I'm really happy to see this. Just stay with the breath, stay focused. Okay, let's scan the body as we stay focused on the breath. Balance throughout the balls of your foot and your heel. Engagement of the quads, engagement of the glutes, engagement of your lower abdominals, fingertips pointing towards the earth, staying with the breath, center line of energy flowing through your body, that straight line all the way through up to your crown, engagement of the upper middle back, pulling the shoulder blades together, opening the chest. Line of energy, that string point, the crown. Lastly, and most importantly, that chin tucked backwards just a little, lifting up the head from the rear, straightening and lifting towards the sky. Now holding that and breathe. Stay with that center line of energy. Stay with that breath. Stay with that focus, that line. Breathe. Just like that. I want you to stay. I want you to hold that on your own. Okay, I just want to get a look from over here. Hold that straight line of energy. So holding with that breath. Holding with that straight line of energy, engagement of all those muscles you've been just working on. Think about that string, okay? It's pulling you taller, pulling you higher to the ceiling. Okay, you can think about that string throughout your day when you're walking, when you're sitting, when you're running, whatever it is. You think about that string, your center line, holding you upwards. Make sure it's walking lighter, because you're supported by that line of energy. Makes your sitting lighter. It makes your alignment, more natural. Now in just a moment, I'm going to have us walk out of this posture. Gentle, mellow steps. Staying focused on that center line, that strength going as taller. Top of the next exhalation, we begin to exhale, step forward with one foot, doesn't matter. Keeping that straight line of energy pulling you up. Nice and slow. And as we walk, we can walk a little more natural. Kind of start to relax into that natural posture. Turn towards me. Kind of hold that posture. Let's walk it back. Nice and straight. Let's walk to the edge of your mat. Kind of loosen it up. But just think only about that line of energy. Think about the mellow chin tuck. You know? Kind of hold it. Let your arms sway a little. Hold that line. And then you can do whatever you want from this point on, you know, with it. But I'm seeing like a whole different stance. You know? How do you feel?
Feel good.
Feel good. Okay. Good.
I just need the muscle memories.
No, we got the video, we got the audio. Yeah, it's a practice, man.